Welcome back to the Judo Wall. I'm Dennis Jones, and today I'm briefly going to talk to you about a gateway. There's a lot of terminology in payments, and it helps to understand what we're talking about when we use our payments jargon. You'll often hear people talk about a gateway. Well, what a gateway really is it's an interface that sits between a digital entry point, so a website or a mobile app, and the acquirers, which are the banks that actually do the processing of the payments. The history of a gateway is back about 15 years ago when e-commerce started to take off. Everybody thought that the acquirers would be able to take that information and use it to process a payment. It seemed relatively basic. But because of the different operating systems and browsers and the way they deal with and handle data, that became too difficult for the acquirers to provide a high level of service. So what emerged was what was called an e-commerce gateway. And these gateways do a large number of things, but essentially they're the interface of all digital transactions on a desktop device and an acquirer. More recently, we're starting to see mobile-specific gateways emerge. And in fact, in Europe, Judo is the only mobile-specific gateway. And we're doing a very similar service to an e-commerce gateway, but we've built our solution specifically for mobile. We move incredibly quickly when the ecosystem of either Apple or Android or even Windows changes. We ensure that we're moving with new operating systems and requirements and changes to the rules. But in short, what we're doing is we're giving a service that takes the data that comes through the UX or the UI that either we provide or you've built into your app or website, and we pass that on to the acquirer. We then pass back to you a success or a failure message. Now, I have way oversimplified things here, but that's the simplest way of looking at it. A gateway from either a mobile phone or a PC connects back to the bank. So the user on their mobile phone or PC enters their information, it passes through a gateway, goes to the bank, and then passes back the information. So that's a gateway. And again, I've simplified it for the most part, but that's what you need to know as you start doing more and more commerce for your own native apps. Thanks for tuning in, and feel free to ask any questions.